because the doorway behind me is leaning in the opposite direction and creates this optical illusion. But they don't explain everything. All right, do you guys have a ticket for me? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're actually on the next tour. Now you're welcome to join me if you want to, but this is actually technically for the tour next hour, so it's up to you. Okay, very good. This cabin was originally built back in 1942, about 25 feet up the hill on a level foundation. But just like the lumber company told Mr. Prather, sure enough, it slipped off its foundation and started sliding down the hill, but it stopped right here. Now, I wonder if any of you would like to take a guess on why you think the cabin might have stopped here. Most people say this tree over here, and I say good guess, but that's not the case because the cabin has been here for about 70 years and that tree is only about 50 years old. And the only reason we can figure out why the cabin stopped here is because this is the center of the mystery spot. So if any of you guys are getting bored from my tour right now, you might be psychic, because this demonstration involves something that we call the board of mystery. Alright, so I'm going to take this seemingly very boring board, I'm going to place it right here. I'm going to ask to see a show of hands. How many people here think that that board is level right now? Take this and sit it right here and let go and you'll see. Sure enough. Force works on that too. Alright folks, now comes the fun part. We all get to go inside the cabin. Okay, come on in. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to talk about here in this room is this table right here. There's nothing special about the table itself, I just like climbing up here. Alright, so if you do climb up here during your free time, please be very careful. Now take a step forward first down the hill, lift your feet off the ground so you're hanging. Perfect. Same 17 degrees that we're all standing at. It doesn't prove anything, but it does make for a fun photo. You can see the bubble is right in the middle of the level. So even though it might not look like it, this really is hanging straight down. But what this also does is it swings back and forth like a pendulum. What pendulums do normally is they swing equally in both directions, and that's where things get a little bit strange here, and I'm going to show you why. When I push the weight in this direction, it's relatively easy, but when I go to push it this way, it takes more effort. And for that reason, it won't swing as far this way as it does this way. I can show you by standing right here with a cable directly in the middle of my body. Now it's true, I am rather mysterious, but my arms are the same length, so if I push it out to the end of my elbow and let go, it should swing out to my other elbow. But watch what happens. See that? It swings a lot farther in this direction than it does in this direction. 5'9" or 5'10". How about 5'6" or 5'7"? Thank you very much, sir. 5'3" or 5'4". And then 5 feet or 5'1". You'd be about right, ma'am. Can I get you to stand down there? Answer me this question. Can you see the roof line behind you? Of course not. Everyone on your left is taller than you. Of the angle of the tops of their heads, because that's going to change. That'll kind of dropped a little bit. It's been checked recently with a 6-foot level, and it's true this end is lower, but not very much, only about a ½ an inch. So if you have not yet had an opportunity to be one of my victims and you're feeling a strong desire to be victimized, would you please raise your hand and come on down here? I think there's a few of you that have not had an opportunity to play, and I'd love to get you down here. But if you don't want to, that's okay. All right, so even if you have had a chance and want to play again,